Hey there, welcome back once again. It's time for the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 Days, where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me by one of my best friends about 2 decades ago. It's been surfing my coffee table ever since. It's much loved, it's much read, and I thought it would make excellent comic book content for my YouTube channel. The conversations that we used to have in the comic book shops, we can have them right here, me and you, right now. All you got to do is tune in. You can even leave questions and comments in the comment section. We'll interact. What I do is I use this book for its intended purpose. It's a page-a-day book. I will crack open the book, see what day it is. We'll look at some comic book art. We'll read the blurb, and we'll talk about it. And just to let you know that the Golden Age of DC Comics runs between 1938 and 1955. The Bronze Age between 1956 and 1970. I'm a Bronze Age baby. The Bronze Age runs between 1970 and 1985. And I hear there's a Copper Age that begins in 1985. And what goes great with a coffee table book and some coffee table talk? We'll pull up a chair and grab a cuppa. Let's have some coffee. Good. Hot. Wet my whistle. So let's do it. Let's crack this book open. Let's see. It is May the 19th. And hey, lo and behold, once again, I come across a theme. We have a couple of themes on this show. One, the different ages of comic books. Golden, silver, bronze, copper, millennium, modern, postmodern, current age, whatever it may be. That's one of the themes we talk about in the show. Another theme is cover price. How much would a 10-cent comic in 1941, what would that 10 cents be worth today? Or 60 cents in 1982, what would that be worth today? And versus how much the cover price is for what they're selling current comic books, and is it worth it? And another thing that we always have to talk about are racial stereotypes. These are Golden Age publications set in the Antediluvian past. Antediluvian means before the flood of Noah, before the world changed. And so there are lots of problematic racial and cultural stereotypes in the Golden Age and in the Silver Age and even in the Bronze Age. And with or without the intent to harm, they exist, and with or without the intent to entertain, their impact could be insulting to some people. Yeah, I'll even personalize it too. I'm of an Irish family. I'm of Irish descent. I'm second generation Irish American. I mean, the Irish are ripe for stereotypes. They really are. We really are. And so I can understand the unfairnesses involved with stereotyping. Yet I also try to assert some kind of prima facie fairness onto a stereotype that they didn't have exposition and info dumps like we do today. We didn't have a united global information service such as the internet. We had ideas of how foreign people were. We had ideas of different cultures, and they were usually served wrapped in the culturally accepted forms of these stereotypes. I think they were made to give you a lot of information in a very short time without wasting story beats or time or narrative caption, or they just didn't have that level of exposition or sensitivity back then. Now we do. And does it make all stereotypes evil? No. Are some stereotypes racist and bad? Most definitely yes. But do all have to be treated with a harshness? Maybe we should just understand it's in the past. It's going to stay in the past, and we can enjoy our vantage point from this point in history and being like, oh, we have come a long way since then. Isn't that great? I think so. So today there's going to be some Asian stereotypes and also some French stereotypes, which I'm not that concerned about. So it's May the 19th, and this is Story and Art by Lee O'Melia from Adventure Comics number 34 from January of 1939. And this was before World War II, before America entered World War II, 2 years before the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And so these are most definitely of a Chinese stereotype, not a Japanese stereotype, because the Japanese stereotype was very onto its own, especially during World War II. And there were Superman and Bugs Bunny cartoons fighting the Japanese soldiers in World War II. And it got pretty ridiculous, meaning worthy of ridicule, meaning ridiculing Japanese people for being other and quite literally enemy. So there is that, huh? So it is May the 19th, so let's read the blurb. Let's look at the art real quick. I am not covering anything up today, so that's your trigger warning, okay? These are Asian stereotypes with yellow skin tones, the Fu Manchu mustache, and the hat and garb associated stereotypically with people from China. And so yeah, let's read the blurb, okay? Fang Gao, believing Barry O'Neill and Dr. Bonfield's murdered by his men, sends thugs to kidnap Jean Legrand. Through her, he feels certain he can force her father to procure the formula for the French government's poison gas. Ling Fu, a Chinese government agent, after rescuing Barry and the wounded doctor, tells them the invaders have offered Fang Gao the leadership of a province if he produces a potent gas. Okay, sure, but does that make Fang Gao one of the Foo Fighters? Hey man, they wrote that. I didn't. You can see that for yourself. I mean, and Foo Fighter was actually a World War II era slang and a nickname from pilots who thought when they saw UFOs, they would call them Foo Fighters, like maybe like what the foo is that? But yep, here it is again. We have Inspector. There is no limit to what I will do to get the French government's secret gas formula. And then, if you read this aloud, you monster, zut alors, comment ça va aujourd'hui? You monster. You're supposed to say it in the stereotypical French accent. And yeah, that's about it. It's Adventure Comics number 34 from January of 1939. And it's been, fair or unfair, that were comic books back then. And we can just simply go through this time together, acknowledge that, hey, that's today's page. Well, and it's done. And so are we. Yeah, that's all I got to say for today. This has been a short one. But we've been talking about comic books today, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern U.S., and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. I make daily content. I talk about cooking. I'm a professional chef. I've got some cooking hacks for you. In the What's Cooking playlist, I'm an ordained minister, a spiritual guy, an amateur theologian. # Lighten up. We talk about enlightenment here and how spirituality can help benefit your daily life. Every day is a struggle, and I'm on the path, and I'm getting there. So yeah, join us on this voyage, and good luck. Namaste. See you tomorrow. All right. Cheers. Bye bye.